today we will be discussing about propositional logic. This is the first chapter on your Boolean algebra. So what is a proposition? A proposition is a sentence that either says true or false. So let us have look into this something like this. It is warm today. So this part is called sentinel statement, and the conclusion, what will be the conclusion drawn? So if it is warmer today, so it is what? Either it is warm or it is cold, so it will be true or false, right? So next, now if I say that where are you going? Where are you going? So we can say that okay, this is not a proposition. Where are you going? Is you are going to say that okay, either you are going to say that to the person that no, you will not you will not reply, or you will say what? I am going to here that place. So it is not true and false statement, right? So it is not true and false statement. Then we can say that what is your name? So again, what is your name is what? Is either you are saying your name or not. So it is not a true and false statement, right? Apples are red. So apples are red. We can say that apple is either red or green, right? So it is again true and false. So these are called propositional statement. Now we will be talking about propositional constants. Propositional constants. So if you record this statement within a variable, then it becomes a propositional constant. Suppose if I say that A colon today is Sunday. So today is what? Today is Wednesday. So we can say that okay, today is not Sunday. So it is either, so A holds either value of true or false, right? So this thing is called propositional constant. That is, you are holding a propositional statement inside a propositional value or a variable. Okay. Now we will going into what are the types of proposition. There are basically two types of proposition. One is simple proposition and another one is compound proposition. Simple and compound. So how to differentiate it? Suppose if I say that for the simple propositions, if I say that it is raining today, or tiger is our national animal, milk is liquid, New Delhi is the capital of India. So it is what you can say that okay, these are propositions. That are simple sentences which can be expressed in a single one-liner word. So that those are called simple proposition. Now if I say that what is a compound proposition? Compound proposition like where you join the two things. Suppose for compound proposition, if I write like this, compound proposition, if I write like this, like the first proposition is that A colon Jaipur is a pink city. Jaipur is the pink city of India. So A colon Jaipur is a pink city of India. Now B colon, suppose it is situated in Rajasthan. It is situated in Rajasthan. So this one is a single simple proposition, and B is another single simple proposition. Now if I to join it, so how do you join it? Using conjunctions, right? So what do you say? That Jaipur is the pink city of India and it is situated in Rajasthan. So for compound proposition, what will happen is that Jaipur is the pink city of India, and it is situated in Rajasthan. So this becomes your compound proposition. So you can basically say that, okay, we are using the logical connectives as AND. So we are joining the two things. We can again express this compound statement using the or conjunction, like Jaipur is the pink city of India, and or it is situated in Rajasthan. So we will just copy this part. Let me just copy this part again so that I don't have to write it again. So let me copy and paste it again here. So what I can do is that I'll write or. So you can basically say that Jaipur is a pink city of India and it is situated in Rajasthan. Jaipur is pink city of India or it is situated in Rajasthan. So basically you can see that we can express it as A in your proportional constant values like A and B. For this part we are expressing as A or B. So this is the function of logical connectives. So basically and or are the connectives. Are connectives. Basically, the connecting words that are used to join two or more propositions is called connectives. Now let us draw a truth table from that. So truth table from that. So let us think about another proposition like A. Ram is fat. B. Sham is thin. So if you use this thing using your AND A and B connective, how would you represent this? We will represent using the truth table. So we will make a table out of it. So then let us draw some lines. Okay. Now, how many values are there? 2 values are there. Okay. So the formula for how many combinations will be based upon this 2 to the power of n. So n has how many values? 2 values. So 2 to the power of n is what? 4. So we will have 4 combinations. So how do you write this thing? We will write, let us make 4 spaces. Okay, so we'll keep A in the first block, B in the first block, and the second block, and we'll write A and B. Okay, so you'll write in this fashion. 0 indicates false, and 1 indicates true. So if you using the A and B connective, what do you think? We'll write in this fashion: 1 0 1 0. So 1 means true, 0 means false. Again 1 means true, 0 means false. So in A we will write 1 1 0 0. So if 1 1 0 is written, we will write in this fashion: true true, then your false false. So So the condition is that for and connective is that both the conditions has to be true in order to be the whole statement to be true. So if I write Ram is fat and Sham is thin, so Ram has to be fat in real life and Sham has to be fat in real life thin. So then only the both the conditions will be true, right? So for 1 1 we will put 1 here. And now if any one of the conditions becomes false, it will affect the whole thing. So and says that both statements or propositions, both statements has to be true, then only true. Look here, 0 0, so it will be 0 0 1. Any one of them is false, so again false. So one of them is again false, so again false. So this is the condition behind it. Now for representing the odd value, so if the statement becomes like this, A or B, so A or B is saying that if any one of them is true, then the output will be, final output will be true. So we'll draw the truth table again. Put the lines. Then we'll draw the lines. So let's write A, B, A or B. So what is the thing? 0, 1, 0, 1. 0 means 0 indicates false and 1 indicates true. Then 0, 0, 1, 1. So 0 indicates what? False and 1 indicates true. So we'll write in beside false, true, false, true, false, false, true, true. Now both of look in the first case, both of them are false. So ultimately, if what or says that anyone has to be true, for and both has to be true, then only the output will be true. For or anyone has to be true, anyone has to be true, then only it will be true. So let us make the gaps. So since both are for the first case, in the first block we are seeing that both of them are false, so ultimately it will be false. Any one of them is true, so one B is true but 0 is A is false, so it will be true. Again here A is true but B is false, so it will be true. And for 1, the last one, both of them are true, so ultimately definitely both of them will be true. These are the truth tables for and or connectives. So since writing true and false for every statement is tedious, so we will write only 1 and 0s for the next case. Now the symbolic connectives. Symbolic connectives. So the symbolic connectives are these symbols. See. Okay. So the first thing is called disjunction. Second one is called conjunction. Then this is called your implication. This one is called your bidirectional, biconditional, and the last one is called negation. So we'll discuss one by one. So first of all is your this junction, which is represented by V. So what is the basic thing? That is this junction is basically odd. It is basically odd. So how would you write? Suppose, let us take an example. A 8 is divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. B, it is an even number. Now if you write in the proportional logic, in the proportional logic form, that is A or B, it will happen in what? 8 is divisible by 2, or B, it is an even number, right? Now if you represent it in the truth table form, what I have just said, that it is odd, right? So what does odd says? That any one of them has to be true, then the output will be true. Okay. Then if I add another one, suppose C, 5 is an odd number. Again, this is also true. How? A or B or C can be represented as A, VB, VC. So first of all, this will be discussed in the second part. First part is that A, VB, or it can be represented as A or B, any one of them. So first thing, we will just explain the first part of the truth table is that A. So let us draw the table first. Okay, so A, B, A, V, B. So this junction. So what is the fashion of writing this? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So what I have just said, that for or any one of them has to be true. So for the first part, 0. Any one of them is true, so it is true. Any one of them is true, so it is true, and both of them true, definitely it will be true. So this part is that for the truth table for A, V, B. Now for 3 variable, what I have just said, that 2 to the power of n. So here n is what? 2. So we have 2 to the 2 equals to 4. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 combinations. Now for the 3 variable part, A, V, B, V, C. So A, V, B, V, C. So here we have 3 values. So 2 to the power of n. So n is what? N is 3. So 2 cube is 8 combinations. So how do we write? So we have to make a bigger table. Let us zoom out a little bit and draw a big table. So we will write in this manner. So A, B, C, A, V, B, V, C. So we'll write in this fashion: 0, 1, 8 times. 0, 1, 0, 1, 8 times. So 0, 1, 0, 1, then 0, 1. So let us make the table in proper way so that we can write in good way. So 1, 2. Now the table is being searched probably, so let us write 0, 1, 0, 1. So 4 has been 1. 0, 1, 0, 1, 8. Now 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Then 4 zeros, 4, 1. And what I just said that any one of them has to be true, then only the output will be true. So for the first case, all of them are false, right? All are 0, so it will be 0. For the second case, first two parts are 0, but the third but the C is 1, so it will be 1. Any one of them has to be 1. So for this case 1, for this case 1, for this case also 1, 1, 1, and 1. So this is the truth table for the 3 variables. So basically, so how would you write? How do you express this thing in compound sentence? Because these 3 are all simple propositions. So how would you join them? For how to join them, you will write like this. Suppose for the first part, A, B, B, that is A disjunction B. So A or B, you will write 8 is, for the compound 8 is divisible by 2, or it is an even number. Okay, even number. Done. Now for the second part, that is the A B B B C. So we'll write A B B B C. So A disjunction B disjunction C. So how to write 8 is divisible. Students, whatever I am teaching, please write it down in your copy so that you will understand what if when we will do the offline classes. 8 divisible by 2, or it is an even number, or it is 5 is an odd number. As simple as that. So this becomes your compound proposition using this junction. Alright. For the next class, we will be continuing with conjunction, negation, double negation, and the rest of the first proposition logic part, so that we will complete the first part and we will move on to the problems. What problems? Actually associated with this chapter.